So you're new to dip. You don't know what cut to get, what flavor, how to do it, how to pack. I got you. It's your redneck sumbitch, Maryland Dipper. Gonna go over with how to dip, what kind of dip to start out with, what I personally did, my personal experience with dip, and much more. So without further ado, we're gonna pack a lip. Good old Copenhagen Wintergreen. But before we do, both of my mud jugs are full. I haven't gotten around to cleaning them yet, so we're gonna be spitting in a can. This is better than a bottle. Got a bottle of water, just because we don't want none of that slimy spit. Which I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. So, let's pack a dip. Oh yeah. That was definitely a good pack. You can smell the sweetness of Copenhagen. It's like that strong odor that you can fucking, ooh. You can tell Copenhagen Wintergreen from a mile away. It's not, it's just tossing a dip. Packing one with me, cheers. But man, okay, I had to make that quick, so it's not as big, but we'll add on later on. So, number one, the brands. Now, you walk into the gas station, or you walk into Walmart or a tobacco store, and you see cans that are just sitting up on the shelves and stuff like that. You know, it looks real appealing to you. And you just decide that you want to start dipping. Now, if you watch people like Outlaw, Redneck TV, hell, even Joey Les dipping. Before you start, watch some reviews. Get a better understanding of the different dips. Different flavors. Because after a while, you'll start to realize that the dips you didn't like before, you're probably gonna start liking. Doesn't happen to everybody, just happened to me. That I know of. So, when you start dipping, you know, find your brand. If you want to dip Skull, dip Skull. If you want to dip Copenhagen, dip Copenhagen. If you want to dip Grizzly, Dip Grizzly. Hell, if you want to dip Kayak, go ahead. I mean, I'm just going to put that out there right now. Hell, if you even want to dip Longhorn, or as us dippers call it, Shithorn, go right the fuck ahead. But once you find the brand that's good for you, find the flavor. Now, Copenhagen, Skol, and Grizzly are the top 3 most popular brands. They have all the fucking ones that you could ever think of. Wintergreen, Mint, Natural. Copenhagen has this one, not Skol, not Grizzly, but Southern Blend, Original, Snuff, and Grizzly and Copenhagen don't do this, but Skol does, so does Kayak, and Timberwolf. Fruit flavors. Now, if you just start dipping, my advice, stay away from wintergreen, stay away from mint, stay away from the harsher dips, like wintergreen, mint, straight, natural, because you're not going to like it at first. Chances are. Now, I started on Copenhagen Wintergreen, and I liked it. The only problem is, the reason why that I say stay away from the harsher dips is because dips like wintergreen and mint burn like hell. And if you've never had tobacco before, you don't know what tobacco tastes like. So that's why I say, stay away from straight, natural, original. If you're a beginning dipper, don't do fine cut. Don't do fine cut. Fine cut is a very experienced dip. And the reason why is because with long cut, you can just pick it up, put it in your lip. Mid cut, pick it up, put it in your lip. Extra long cut, pick it up, put it in your lip. Fine cut, it's like picking up sand. You try to pick up a little, like a big old wad of sand with your 2 fingers, with your thumb and your index finger, and you end up coming out with a fucking pinch of it like that fucking small. Unless you know how to pinch it. So stay away from fine cut, unless you want to give that a try. But be prepared. It's going to go everywhere. So once you find your brand and find your flavor, now you're going to go ahead and start. Like I said, I chose Copenhagen Wintergreen because I wanted to see what it tastes like. Now, I didn't pick up a can and crack it, pack it, and put it in because, I seen Outlaw do it. No. I thought about it for a couple months prior. And I'm just like, you know what? I want to start dipping. I want to try it. And got a can, cracked it, packed it, popped me a little dip in. Not a fucking hog nut, but a reasonable dip. Not too big, not too small, just enough to try it. And I popped it in, let it juice up, started spitting. And man, let me tell you, I love it. I love wintergreen. I don't like Stoker's wintergreen. Oh my God. Don't get me started on Stoker's wintergreen. I'll say that for a different time. But everyone says that they're gonna buzz off dip, that you're gonna buzz your ass off dip. I don't find that to be true, because I never buzzed off of dip. Never once in a million years did I buzz. And I've only been dipping for almost a year now. Yeah, almost a year. Been dipping every single day for almost a year. At least 2 to 3 times a day. Then I cut back, so now it's like 1 to 2 times a day. But if you buzz, watch videos on other people who've dipped and who had the buzz, because I can't tell you what it feels like. But you crack it open, you pack your dip, put it in. Now don't swallow it. Good God, don't swallow it. I made that mistake with Southern Blend, and oh my God, my anxiety went up through the roof. Because everyone's like, oh, if you swallow the dip, you're gonna get sick. I cough, and one little tiny strand went down my throat. I didn't get sick. But I was just like, oh my God, am I gonna be okay? Because I was new to dip, I didn't fucking know. So when you put it in your lip, you're always gonna want to pack it down with your tongue. Don't ever pull down your lip, okay? And I'm not saying that because you'll look like a queer, but I'm saying that because it will fall apart easily that way. And, you know, it's not always a good thing. So, because then you have dip all over your fucking mouth, and then you gotta try to scrape it from your fucking other part of your mouth where you have the actual dip. But it's gonna happen either way. Until you dip enough to where you can get a pocket, like it's like a little indention on the inside of your lip. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Every dipper has it. I'm telling you. Talk to any dipper. If they can control their dip, it's because they got a pocket. And, you know, it helps you control your dip, helps it stay in place where it doesn't fall apart as much. And you're gonna spit. You're gonna spit like the Dickens. Until you can control and get used to how much saliva that you produce, you're gonna spit so goddamn much your throat's gonna get dry. And that's okay. It's perfectly normal. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Because over time you'll know how to control it because you'll get used to it. That's why when I pack a dip, I'll spit constantly. Then once it's been sitting, It's fine. Now, it's gonna sound stupid, but you'll know when you spit black. Don't be alarmed, okay? You're gonna spit black. The reason is because when your dip mixes in with, well, not when your dip, but when your dip starts juicing up and it mixes in with your spit, it's gonna change the color. It's gonna change the color. Not permanently, just for the amount of time that your dip juices up. I know with Skoal wintergreen pouches, or with any kind of Skoal pouches, it takes a while for it to juice up. Long cut's different. And you can know, like you'll know when your dip is real juicy before you even pack it in your lip. Because if you can pinch your dip and you can feel the juice coming out of it when you pinch it, that's how you know that it's gonna be a juicy ass dip. Not all cans are gonna be like that though. There's gonna be some cans that are moist. There's gonna be some cans that are moister than others. And there's some cans that are gonna be dry. It's fine, okay? Because if it's a dry dip, just put a little bit of water in it. Or just take a pinch, put it in your lip, let it juice up, let your saliva get to it. Now, what about when you take out your dip? Don't drink anything. Don't drink anything as soon as you take it out. Find a toothpick, go into the bathroom, and pick out your teeth. Because if you're dipping long cut, mid cut, extra long cut, or fine cut, you're gonna get little shreds of dip in your fucking teeth. It's bound to happen. Unless you're a fucking pouch dipper, it's gonna happen. So my advice to you is when you start pouches, do pouches. Pack a couple pouches on top of one another or one up on each side and get used to that. Get used to use that to help you control your spit. Once you get used to it, go to the cuts. That's the best way to do it. I didn't do it. I went straight to Copenhagen Wintergreen Long Cut. And let me tell you, I was in the bathroom for a little while, just picking out my teeth. Now, not many people know this unless if they use tobacco like a cigarette or dip or snus or the nicotine gum or the nicotine patch. But there's times where you'll toss a dip in and you instantly have to shit. That's perfectly normal because nicotine is like caffeine. It's a natural laxative. So if you have trouble shitting, pop a dip in. Guaranteed that you'll get that shit right out of your body. That's all the time that I got for today. I'll do another video elaborating into this. But, just know you're good. Alright, if you start dipping, you're fine. Just keep up with your hygiene and keep on packing lips. So, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, like, favorite, and share with your friends, share with your family, share with people you don't even know. Get this channel out there. And don't forget, keep cracking and packing, keep dipping and spitting. By all means, keep it fucking country, y'all.